Hi, welcome to my channel. I haven't posted in a while, but I'm here now. So, today I'm going to be talking about my tattoo experience that has really left a really bad impression on me and made me not want to get tattoos for a while. But, oh well, I'm here to talk about it, and I'm here to explain why you shouldn't do what I did and stuff like that. So the tattoo I'm going to be talking about is my first ever hand tattoo, which was this one, the little vine one. I'm 19 years old. I got my first tattoo right here when I was 19, and I got this one about 2 weeks after, I want to say. If that's not right, I'm sorry. But that's pretty close. It was really late. I want to say it was about 9 p.m. maybe. It was 9 or 10. The shop closed at like 10:30, and it took about an hour to get done. So I went in there, and I was hoping I would get the same artist that did this tattoo, which was pretty good. But he wasn't there, but an apprentice was. And I didn't even know she was an apprentice. I wasn't even told she was an apprentice until I had to sign the paperwork. And I was like, I'm already here. I don't want to say no because I just said yes, but I'm here now, and she has the template ready and everything. So I just went ahead and I got the tattoo. And yeah, so I want to say about like 10 minutes after I signed the paperwork, I started getting the tattoo. And I said I was really nervous because I had never gotten a hand tattoo before, but I want to get, 2 hand sleeves or hand gloves, whatever you call them. So I was like, I'm really nervous, and she was like, oh, it's not that bad. I was planning on getting this tattoo as well, but she straight up told me that if I got this tattoo, that it would just turn into a huge blob. And she showed me one of her tattoos, which were like about right here, that was like about this big. And she said it was this big to begin with, and that if I got this size right where I wanted it, it would turn into that huge blob within about 10 years. And I was like, I was looking at her, and I do have knowledge on tattoos and piercings. I want to be in the body mod industry. So I was looking at the tattoo, and I was like, there is no way that this small thing right here that's like about this big turned into something like this big. Like, that doesn't make sense. But I was just like, okay, whatever. And I thought it was kind of unprofessional that she just decided to not do one of my tattoos because she thinks it's gonna turn into a huge square. Like, okay, like if it turns into that, I could just cover it up or get it removed if I want to so bad, That's just one thing. She refused to do a tattoo because she just didn't want to. So she started doing this tattoo, and I think she started like about up here, and it didn't hurt. Like, whenever she did this part, it did not hurt, but the closer she went down, it hurt so bad. It's the most painful tattoo I have ever gotten done, okay? And I have 5. I have one on my ribs, it was so painful. And I don't remember most of the tattoo experience. All I really know is that most of the time I was trying to talk, because whenever you talk, you can talk through the pain. So I was like talking and like this and that, and she started, I think she started saying that I was like stuttering, which, first of all, I have a like low-key speech impediment, so I can't say certain things, and I start stuttering. And if you have seen any of my other videos, I do stutter. I don't know how to say certain words, and whenever I do, whenever I don't know how to say that word, I start getting mad at myself. And I think I've deleted, not like deleted, but I've privated most of my videos. But I do have my Date piercing video, and I think at one point in the video I got really mad and I groaned in frustration because of how I can't say certain things, or like I'll say my sentences backwards and So like that. So whenever she said I was stuttering, I just didn't know what to say to it. I was just kind of like, really? Because like, what? I don't know if she meant that I was stuttering, like I couldn't talk or like something like that, but that is kind of a bad sign. I do know that my mom asked me if I was okay because I started getting really pale, which is kind of normal for me, but like, because every single time I've gotten a tattoo, I've always heard like, oh, you're getting really pale or you're gonna faint, but like, I'm really good with pain. So like, most of the time whenever I was like getting this done, I was just kind of sitting there like, but at one point, I did feel myself like getting really lightheaded, and I told the tattoo artist that I started seeing black spots, which is really bad. I almost fainted like at least like 5 times. I want to say at least 5 times. It took about an hour, because like 30 minutes for each one, but like whenever she was tattooing me, every single time she like did like a singular line, I could feel my skin like pulling with the tattoo gun. And you're not supposed to use tattoo guns, you're supposed to use tattoo machines. Every single one of these tattoos have been with a tattoo gun, and every single one of them has an issue. Like really, like even this one, and this tattoo artist is known as one of the best in my area. There's like issues, like it's like spotty like all throughout here, and like over here it's like perfectly fine. It's like weird. Even this one right here, there's a little spot over this one's fine, but like the T in the eye are like connected. It's weird. But these two are the least problematic out of all of these tattoos that have been done with a gun. And these have been done by an apprentice who is better than this. Anyway. But yeah, whenever she was doing me, like, there was a lot of issues, like right here, like this is, sorry about my fingers, this is not connected. Like, what is that? And, this one right here, that one's a huge scar. Whenever she did this line, I told her that most of the leaf was like not connected. So she looked at it, and at first she was like, there's not an issue. And then she was like, but I'll redo it. And I was like, okay. So she did it, and she went over the same exact line that was not freaking connected. And I was like, and she looked at me, she was like, is that better? And I was like, sure. So I just like went along with it. I do plan on getting all of this completely filled in black, like all the leaves filled in black, because of how many issues there are. Like, why? The only tattoo that I have gotten that is not messed up is this one. And this one is done by a really good tattoo artist who charges about $100 per hour, I think. And all of these, except for the leaves, were $50. Which is like really good for like people who live in my type of lifestyle, who doesn't have a lot of money. So I was like, oh, this is like a really good price. She charged $75, which doesn't make sense because it's $50 an hour at that tattoo shop. Why did she charge $75? Like, okay, listen, it wasn't an hour. It took about 45 minutes. And this one and this one I got at the same time, took about 45. Okay, this one took a little bit longer than this one, and it took about 45 minutes, just like this one. And he didn't charge 75, he charged 50. I gave him 75, like I gave him $25 as a tip because of how good he did these. Why did she charge 75? And my mom gave her a big tip, so overall It was $100. And my mom paid for this for my birthday. But like, what? Why did it take so much money? It makes me really upset because this is like from afar, like, wow, that's so pretty. And then you look at it up close and you see all these issues like right here. Like, why is this one curved? Like, this one's disconnected. Like, I like the shape of them. It looks like a sketch. It doesn't look like a tattoo. It looks like a tattoo sketch before it gets filled in. I've had 3 tattoo artists look at this and be like, do you want me to fix that for you? And like, one of them said that he would do it for free because this one, he says that touch-ups are free at his location, and he said that he would touch it up for me. But if I wanted to make it all black, he would have to charge me. So one free. 2 of them were like, hey, you want me to fix that for you? I'll do whatever you want. But yeah, that was my really bad tattoo experience. I don't know if I explained it well, but like, overall, the most painful tattoo I've ever gotten. And the apprentice who did these, he looked at it like up close because, you know, he's getting all up in my hand, you know, and he was like, most of that tattoo is a scar. And I was like, it is? And he was like, yeah, that tattoo artist was really, really heavy-handed. And it was the same shop. I didn't tell him who did it, but yeah, he said that she was really heavy-handed and that most of my tattoo is actually a scar. So, because she overworked it like a lot. So, makes me really upset because this was my second tattoo I'd ever gotten, and I almost refused to get any more. I also want to mention that it took about a month for this to heal. And I don't know if y'all have ever gotten a tattoo before, but it doesn't take a month for it to start peeling. Yeah, it doesn't take a month for it to start peeling. Like, this one was done peeling, like the peeling phase. This was done within about like 3 days. This one on my ribs was done within about 3 days. These two, okay, I've noticed that the ones on my hands take a little bit longer to peel, but these two took about a week to start peeling. This one took a month to start peeling. A month. And like, the majority of the time I was looking at it, it looked like it had been tattooed like the day prior, and like it started scabbing. I was using Aquaphor the entire time. It just looked like it was always scabbing, and it was always moisturized. Whenever I was sleeping, I would put like a little like thing on it to start protecting it throughout the night and everything, because I was scared that I was healing it wrong. So it was always bandaged. I never went swimming. I washed my hands every few like hours. I use the right soap. I don't use like bacterial soap. I use antibacterial, micro. So it was like, I wasn't doing anything wrong. Okay, I wasn't. And it took a month to start peeling. And I remember the feeling where I was like, oh my god, it started peeling. Finally, it's healing. I didn't do anything wrong, okay? It was just healing really, really slow. And I don't know if it's because of how heavy-handed she was, or like because I do know, whenever I came home, it was bleeding for about 3 days. Like, certain parts of it, like especially the scar right here, was bleeding for about 3 days, and I would clean it and make sure that there was no more scabs. I didn't pick at them either. Like, I know how to heal tattoos. You don't pick at them, you don't itch them, you know. Yeah. And it was very, very itchy. I think it was the itchiest tattoo I have ever had. So, please do your research it's okay to be tattooed by apprentices. Also, I'm not saying don't get tattooed by an apprentice. I have 2 tattoos from an apprentice, and they were really good. They were better than the best. So, and he handled my skin really well. Like, I didn't feel any pain right here. And I know some of y'all might be commenting, it's a hand tattoo, it's gonna hurt. Like, no, like, this didn't hurt that bad. This one was like pretty stingy, pretty painful, nowhere near as painful as the top of my hand. Knuckle tattoos are pretty painful, I know that, and it was pretty close, but like, wasn't the most painful. I want to say it was my 3rd painful, like this one, and then my ribs, and then this one, but it wasn't nearly as bad, like nowhere near as bad as this one. And I even told the apprentice who was doing this one, I was like, these don't hurt nearly as bad. And he was like, I'm so happy you said that and everything. So yeah, tattoo artists are not bad artists. I just wish I knew who she was, and I wish I knew she was an apprentice before I had to sign the documentation and before I said yes to her. So, okay. Don't bash me. I like my tattoo. I just have to get it redone, and it'll be pretty much the same tattoo. So that was my experience. Let me know if you have any bad tattoo experiences, and I am gonna post more, so okay.